What's up, YouTube? We're back. We got a few things we've been wanting to share with you. Last year, we got this really rad opportunity to produce content with Indian motorcycles. And only now are we allowed to start sharing it over on this channel, and here's how we're gonna share it with you. This was something that not just was for the experience, but it was about us as creatives being able to push our team to see what we were capable of producing. I love getting to make content, and being able to film a travel show and host it was one of the hardest things I've ever got to do. We lined up with a few of our great friends, Nick and Ali Kumalatzos, Justin Wren, Steffi Cohen, and my lovely wife Bonnie came with me to ride motorcycles from Charleston, South Carolina, all the way to the tip of the Keys. We filmed and produced this show with as small a crew as we possibly could. I hope you guys enjoy it, enjoy the experience, and enjoy the episodes. Epic Pursuits! So, we're 2/3 of the way through this thing. We got today, we got tomorrow, and we got a big mix-up. Why is it cold outside now?
It's all downhill.
All downhill is what they say, into the Keys.
Except for the uphill parts.
So we've got the Everglades today, airboat tour,
Alligators.
doing some swamping,
Yeah.
and then we're into Miami. We do, however, you got to get back to train. Yeah, I so appreciate taking 4 days and coming to hang out with us.
Of course, my pleasure.
It's been awesome. So, swamp people, we're ready to light this thing up and try to stay warm, since it's a really excited to share this with you guys. This was one of those like weird things I got to do growing up, like marsh stuff, and so this should be great fun. Gentlemen,
what's happening, guys?
we're very excited. Matt.
Freddie.
Freddie, nice to meet you. Matt, nice to meet you guys.
Justin. What's up, buddy? Ladies.
What can we
meet ya.
expect?
The only thing I can guarantee is trees and water. They don't move.
They're real consistent.
That's always consistent. Well, actually, we lost water today.
What's one of the craziest things y'all seen out here?
I found a guy in a tree.
Was he
Found a guy in a tree.
still alive?
Yeah, that's one of our captains. He just bought a house. He was looking for some driftwood, so he pulled it to a bank, tied the boat off. When we got on the boat onto the bank, his boat drifted off. So here I come, and there's some guy flagging me down in a tree. It took me a minute to realize what was going on here, and then I seen the boat and figured out what would happen.
Incredible. Well, let's go find a guy in a tree. Seems like a great day.
Yeah, let's go have some fun.
And you're rolling.
Can you turn the click out of the headphones?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Father, take me back. All these changes, my heart lacks. 'Cause I've lost my roots. I need my town. Take me back to southern ground.
Fuck yeah. Yes! Yeah.
All right, we're here.
Airboats are fucking
Everybody
great.
off.
No, man. Hence
Yo.
why I'm never allowed to have one of these. I've been in them before, and I'm like, nah, I'll be dead 30 minutes after you've given it to me.
How much do you appreciate watching someone be so good at something?
Oh God, it makes me so happy.
Just the absolute
You're a killer.
Appreciate it.
experience and talent of a thing.
They say money can't buy happiness.
Never been on an airboat.
I've never seen anyone frowning and crying on an airboat. Or a jet ski for that matter.
Smiles.
I have.
Oh no! Brother,
Yes, sir.
dude, thank you, man.
I'm
I
glad
haven't
you
got
guys
a chance
enjoyed
to
it.
rip around the marsh in
Thank you so much.
probably
No
a
problem, buddy.
decade, so. Ben,
You're
brother,
great.
thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy yourself.
Fun, man.
Let's do some very local eatery next to the airboat shop. While waiting for lunch, I sparked up a conversation with this unassuming yet adventurous old man, and I asked him to share some of his stories with us.
Our anniversary was coming up.
Congrats. How many years?
48.
Oh,
48 years.
well done. And you guys have traveled forever?
Well, because we were teachers, we camped all summer and we had kids. For like 20 years we camped. National forests, campgrounds, every state. Cheaper than staying home. All my life, I've kind of done whatever I wanted. This is the only life I'm going to live. I mean, maybe next time, but I ain't counting on that.
Why do you think people get so caught up?
People like habit. Change is hard, and a lot of people are afraid of change. And certainly travel is nothing but change. It seems like it would be real hard, but it's actually surprisingly easy to do anything.
Right.
I've never done an adventure I regretted.
Same.
I mean, they've not all worked out perfectly. But
They're not adventures if they do.
whenever it goes really bad, we just go, it's all part of the adventure.
None of my smooth travels have great stories behind them. Chris, Kathy, I thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing stories and
sure.
reminding us that the adventure is the big part of it. You know, the unknown and diving into it.
Well, I'd much rather have life tell me no than to tell myself no. And most people tell themselves no. Oh, that would never work. I couldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe they're right. Maybe they're not. But life will tell you.
We wrapped up lunch, got on the bikes, and headed through the rest of the Everglades and made our way to one of my favorite cities in this country, Miami.
Camina. Rico, rico, rico. Y como dice mi coro que sigue ahí. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana. Escucha, ahora estamos gozando hasta la mañana.
With all the variety of ways to travel, road trip, RV, truck, I've done one bike trip before this. How has that been, comparatively?
Much more plugged in.
Yeah.
Like you're much more, you don't get in the Fundra and kind of pop a podcast on and check out and then you're there at the location. Like here, every place that you go, you feel the weather, you see the weather, you're looking at the road, you're looking at what's around you, like you are so much more present the entire trip.
On road trips for me, I never feel like I get in the flow state. I enjoy
Yeah,
that's my favorite
yeah.
way of travel is road trips because I fly all the time and flying doesn't do it for me. But for road trips, I have deep conversations and I love spending time with friends that way.
Yeah.
This is different. This is like kind of, it's for me. On the road, I'm listening to music and I'm actually tuning in. I'm singing songs. I don't do that on the road trips. I'm singing as loud as I can. But then when I get off the bike, I'm with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm afraid motorcycling has got to be pretty close to my favorite way to road trip. This is really unique.
Very different.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is my first time and this is by far
Like
my
you said,
favorite.
it's not like you get on a plane and you're just like, I want to get off this plane and be there already.
Well, so much of like road tripping, even in a car or Tundra, is still about where we end up.
Yeah, it's like getting there.
And
yeah.
it isn't the
journey itself.
Whereas
This
the bike part is
the journey. Yeah.
I got
the
off
whole
the bike so sore yesterday. But I needed to get back on and go in another hour and a half because I just can't get enough. It's incredible.
Yeah. And the best was today.
My favorite ride was today.
Yeah.
Best as a group was today for me too.
I have a feeling that's not going to be the best of the trip though.
Ooh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's super exciting, man. I'm just not going to talk about weather.
Nope.
Doesn't matter because we're going to the Keys tomorrow. Yeah. So it's uncontrollable.
Dinner?
Let's get dinner.
I'm starving.
Let's go find the ladies.
Thanks, guys.
I do work up my appetite like crazy.
With our final night finished up in Miami, we've packed up, we're headed to the Keys, and our fingers are crossed for better weather. Let's get some lunch. This is very Florida Keys appropriate. Oh.
Coconut rice.
What a disaster to wear this big sharp thing. Man, pulling into that parking lot was a new surprise. I was hoping we could get in a parking lot covered in ball bearings. Jesus!
Marbles.
Yeah, let's just throw ice out. Sick.
But handle it fine.
And that's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and have you not be on the back.
I said, I need you to get off.
It'd be like you on roller skates trying to park. My friends, last stretch. We're about 1,000+ miles into this and we have less than 60 to go. And we're in.
1,000 miles on my bike on this last trip.
Yeah, so we're almost there. Got another stretch. We get a 7-mile bridge coming up, and then we get to Key West.
That's so awesome. Let's do it.
Put all your fist in. Team Fist Florida.
Could it burn up all my clothes? I don't want you to see the way I've been told how to bleach persona. No, on a chrome deliverance burns off like acid through the see the way I've been told how to bleach persona.
We did it! You guys, whatever you guys did.
With my hands.
6 days.
6 days.
We're here.
That's a wrap, son.
1,200 miles from Charleston to the tip of the Keys.
Yep. Southernmost tip.
How was today for everyone?
Today was phenomenal, except for one little part.
Which little part?
Those bikes don't like to go 10 miles an hour.
Also, not when it's 80 out.
No, yeah, no. I was like, I just want to go fast.
The weather showed up though today. As soon as we hit the 7-mile bridge.
There's the key, right?
Yeah,
You had to hit the key.
The bridge just opened it up, man, and it went
Yeah.
from like kind of sketchy and cloudy at
I was
lunch to-
I was super bummed coming into Key West, and then as soon as we hit that bridge, it was like the sky just like one of the sci-fi movies where something happens and it's like all the clouds just disappear.
Yeah.
That's what it
The
felt
color
like.
profile changes and the whole.
Oh yeah, like everything changed. I was just like, oh, this is it.
Very different water than what we saw in Charleston.
Just a little bit.
Pretty.
Slightly
Slightly different.
Slightly different.
Man, you can just get such a varied landscape in this country. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
And you
Is it-
see it so differently on a bike than you would in a vehicle.
yeah, it's a total different experience. You're in it. You're not riding through it.
Overall, what was the low? You have highs and lows of the trip. Kind of have an ebb and flow of a trip. Where was your low point?
It's weird to say, right, that like the highest stress was riding through the rain.
On the
bridge.
in St. Pete's.
However,
Yeah.
that's my favorite. It's going to be the story that I share.
Good point though, right?
Yeah, man. Good stories don't come from the easy shit.
From easy times and great.
50, 60 mile an hour winds, a tornado watch, like a
And you're on a
construction sign flew over, a
And-
trailer.
And you're on a bridge.
And on a bridge that's
Yeah.
swaying. You're drifting from the gust of winds.
Yeah.
And the bridge is swaying.
Yeah.
We made it through.
I would have never got on the bike that morning, like under my own power. But because you're on a trip
If it was
like
just
this.
the two of you, Bonnie even like, let's just
way.
give it a couple hours.
But now, I have a different competency level of motorcycles.
You raise the
A little bit.
bar a little
A
bit.
little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, I can ride the rain.
Not horrible.
No, the rain really wasn't ever, the bike never felt sketchy.
No. That's a good point.
That's true.
The bike
Rain.
never felt sketchy on the road. It was the wind.
After that hard day, I literally got there and I just needed to kind of
Shake it off.
Shake it off. So I went on another ride to
That's right.
Marco Island.
Yeah, by yourself.
Yeah, and so I got over 1,300 miles on my first
right.
motorcycle
That's
trip
right.
with a group, but I couldn't have done it without y'all, to be honest. Like,
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have been invited.
I would have been invited, but I wouldn't have done that hard day.
Like over the last 6 days, like from when we started and first introduce and get to know this new bike to now, like there's just such a different experience of how I feel about that machine. Like I feel bonded to it.
Same. When I first hopped on, I was like, oh, this is a lot. It leans a little bit heavy. It's, it was a lot to get used to. But after that first couple stints, I was like, oh, and then now it's just, I feel like it's just part of me. It's like, it goes where I want it to go.
There's such a rhythm to long road trips. And I mean, like I said, we've traveled together and there's always these ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And
First 2 days was a little like, oh, yeah, I was feeling it.
Feeling it.
And then like the third day, I think it was really like we just got into like, okay, like we talked about, like, okay, this is what we do now. I wake up, I throw my things in my bag, I throw it on the bike, and we're off.
I mean, even the first 2 days, I remember like looking at my gear of like what I'm grabbing to have on the bike and thinking more about it. And by day 3, I'm like, this is fine.
Just put it on the bike. We're out of
Same
here.
stuff I had on yesterday. It doesn't make any
It doesn't
difference.
matter. We're rolling. We're doing the same thing.
Man,
I
but
mean,
it,
even though I wasn't the one driving, I felt like a huge sense of accomplishment when we got here and actually got to jump in the ocean. Like it's really cool.
how many people will write off going to ride a motorcycle, doing a trip like this out of fear or
One day.
anything else?
One day.
One day
One
that
day.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
And like I'll get a motorcycle license in the worst weather conditions possible in Texas.
36 degrees.
Yes.
I was all in.
Immediately.
And what's really unique about this experience, thinking about it right now, is that it's both. I feel so accomplished, but man, did I love the journey.
Yeah.
The challenges and the fun and learning a new skill. I mean, it was all great. And I want to take that back into everything that I do. Just falling in love with the journey.
I can't thank you guys enough for being part of this and sharing an experience. We talked about that the first night about experiences and that I wanted to be able to put together something that never blends in. That this memory will always be a standout and it won't be like, who was there? What was that? Where did we go? No, I know.
Yeah. Burned. Burned in.
Burned in.
Yeah.
Each day is very separate.
Yeah.
And it's getting to know you guys better on a deeper level, getting to know Justin. I feel like I've known you forever now. It's been awesome.
There's maybe no better way to bond than like a long road trip adventure with people.
And because it gets hard.
Yeah, because it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
a little bit of shared suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, really grateful.
Way to end. What a great place to end it.
Yep.
Great job, guys.
Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you did, head over to notdeadyet.com, use code EPIC, and save 20% off your first order. If you guys start doing that and you like it, we're gonna continue to do some discounts and specialty stuff for you guys over here who have continued to follow us throughout the years. Thank you so much. We have so much content in the bank. We are just trying to dig out of it. So here is Epic Pursuits. We're gonna share more episodes and save some money.